Hello, everybody. A very good evening to you. Welcome to the first rehearsal of The Sopranos. Great to see you. How many people are here? Let's have a quick look. Ooh, lots and lots and lots, and many, many more arriving by the minute. I hope you've had a good day today, everybody. So I'm just going to do my regular sound checks, and so just bear with me for a moment, and then I'll say hello to some lovely people. But great to see you all. Okay, so I've popped up on there. Hopefully I'll pop up on here in just a minute. And I shall assume I'll arrive in a minute. Oh, there he is. Hello, everybody. A very good evening to you. Good, we have sound. That's a good start. Okay, do we have piano? Should be all right. Don't forget to click like. Thank you very much indeed, Judith. Are we all ready for extirpation? See, there's a word. Extirpation. It's not a word that's used very often these days. We're bringing it back, everybody. After this, I shall go and extirpate my dinner. I'm looking forward to it. So, what's going on here? This is frozen. Have we frozen? No, all's good. Thank you, Mark. Good, that's all right. Piano's working. Okay, so what I need to do now, ladies and gentlemen, and please, if you're listening on headphones and the volume's turned all the way up, can I just ask you to just sneak it down for a moment? What I've done after yesterday and all the feedback I had about the recording being a bit quiet, I have put the signal through a second amplifier. So I'm going to do a quick bit of leveling here. So maybe just nudge your volumes down. I don't want to blast anybody out. So we'll start with the quiet one first, just to check the levels. And I'm going to rely on Mark to give me those that feedback. All right. So Mark, let me know how the balance is. So this is Lord, bow thine ear to our prayer. I'm having to do some manual tweaking of the sound here. Okay, lovely. Thank you very much indeed. That's soprano and alto duet. Right, Help Lord. This one I'm going to start lower and build up to it. So, Help Lord. One more. Okay, is that loud enough, ladies and gentlemen? Here, I mean, I'm amazed the headphones are still attached to my head. They're doing this. Let's just try one more. Let's try Yet Doth the Lord See It Not. Here we go. The Lord see it not, the Lord see it not, it not, it not. Okay, great. Now, various people saying, wow, much better, great. Rosie's saying louder, we can take it. You can, but I'm afraid the stream can't. I'm looking here at a visual representation of the audio signal, and it lights up green, 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 then yellow and red when the signal's distorting, and it is just on the red. So I can't put out any louder than that as it goes, folks, without risking damaging your equipment. So that's the level we'll be at for the rehearsal. And hope that'll do. So if you have to turn down your speaker, good. Turn your speaker down. That means those people out there who are struggling to hear, it's at the right level. All right? Fabulous. Help, loud. Loud choir. Yep, do turn down your speaker. This is going to have to be the level of our rehearsal. The problem is, folks, is that I'm sure you appreciate with commercial recordings and classical music in general, you go from a really loud moment to infinitesimally quiet and small. And, of course, over a compressed signal like this, it's really hard to hear it. So, yeah, I'll see what I can do. I might need a bit of advice from Diane and George, actually. I think I might need to put it through a compressor, but I might ask you a little bit of advice there. Good. Excellent. So I've got 5 minutes to say hello to some lovely people, and we have 109 people online at the moment, which is fabulous. So hello, Brenda. Thank you ever so much, Brenda. And a huge, huge thank you to Brenda and the team for this wonderful, wonderful second volume of the thank you book, which arrived late yesterday, and I opened this morning, and it's absolutely beautiful. This is the second book. So this is the addendum. Am I right in thinking? So it picks up. So there's a message from this chap in the front here, this dashing looking gentleman here, and then there's some waffle from this guy with the beard. I wouldn't worry about him. And then what I love is that the choristers, the first picture of the choristers here, we start with a lovely picture of Julie Datta, and then up here, this is the favourite thing I've seen so far, is a lovely picture of Judith here. So yeah, I've had some fun leafing through this today, and I'm looking forward to, really to just spending some quality time with it over the course of the evening. But huge thanks to everybody who's put this together. It's gorgeous, and it sits alongside the first volume brilliantly. You are aware now that with this and with all the other stuff, we're starting to become a publishing house. Self-isolation publishing. Oh, well. Fabulous. Thank you, everybody. The book is amazing, as Mark says. So, hello, Caroline. Much louder with headphones on. Good. Hello, Carol. Can't wait for this. Oh, it's going to be so much fun. I've been listening to these first three movements all day, and I mean, goodness me, trying to get them out of your head is the big problem. Hello, Christine. Hello, Maddie from Leicester. Oh, well, great. You're going to have a lot of fun with this one. Judith said, thanks, Brenda, I think. That's fabulous. Super. Christine has just said, Charlotte, we're the gigglers at the front. Now, you see, I've conducted, I don't know how many choir rehearsals now over the last 25 plus years, 30 years nearly. And gigglers on the front, it's always so much fun. Particularly when it's something I've said or, in passing that's just, completely inadvertently just set the double entendre meter going, and everyone starts giggling. And it's one of the things everyone loves about choir rehearsals. Now, I've just spotted, ladies and gentlemen, there's a little bit of my curtain showing. Oh dear, how embarrassing. So I'm just going to do a little bit of a tweak here, excuse me. So I'm just going to fade in and out. There we go. That's a bit better. Don't want to see what's off the curtain here. See what a state this room's in. Okay, so who else is here? Hello, Louise, from a beautifully warm Aberdeenshire. Wow, lucky you. I wish it was warm here. It's pretty grisly. Hello, Leslie. Hello, Carol. Yes, you made it. Just in time. Don't worry, you haven't missed a thing. Hello, Heidi in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Great to see, Heidi. Lisa definitely qualifies as a giggler at the front. Fabulous. Plenty of room for gigglers. Don't worry. Oh, Diane and George, you're the best. Thank you, guys. Let's send me an email. Let's have a chat. So I think just need some hefty compression because all the loud bits are too loud and all the quiet bits are too quiet. So just a bit of kind of balancing out. Give us a call. Fabulous. Brenda is a BRA, a back row alto. Superb. You see, Brenda, that's another TLA. You see, TLA, a 3-letter acronym. You've got to watch out for your TLAs. Having been a teacher, teaching is just full of TLAs. Hello, Jane. Usually giggling at the back, trying to pretend that I'm not. Okay, a more subtle giggler. Oh, that's fine. Lots of people are saying that they're gigglers. Bromman says, I need one of those curtains in my house. Superb. Well, Amazon will deliver, I've heard. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start in a few moments. Thank you so much for being here. It's great to see you all. If you're a soprano, well, I hope you've had a chance to warm up your voice a little bit. We'll do a bit of a warm-up, but you've got some top A's to come here, Sops. Some of the highest notes we've sung yet. And some real drama. Having said that, we'll start with the quieter movement. So we'll warm into it. A very, very good evening to all of you. It's 5 o'clock, and so it is time for the soprano rehearsal. And what a great place to kick off the full sectional rehearsals for Mendelssohn's Elijah. Thanks so much for being here, everybody. So, of course, at yesterday's launch, we listened to a wide variety of movements. Tonight, we start the learning. And so we're going to look at the first 3 movements of this magnificent work. We're going to start with the second movement, though. It's a lot quieter. It's quite sustained. So we'll warm up. We'll sing the second movement. Then we'll sing the first. And then we'll sing the 5th movement, which is Yet Doth the Lord See It Not. I thought we should start by singing something rather gentle before we launch straight into just a big shout for help. Looking ahead, obviously, once we've sung this through, once we've learnt it, just like with all the other rehearsals we've had, we'll sing it through, and then we'll sing it through with the recording, and I will sing your part, okay? And then this will become a guide track for you. just looking at this second movement before we start singing it, it's actually written for treble, that is to say, to soprano voice duet, and then SATB choir singing very, very simple unison lines. So what I thought we'd do, given that we often do this in self-isolation choir, we will learn obviously the main choral part, but then I will teach you in addition the first treble line for those sopranos who want to sing along with the solo part, and tomorrow I'll teach the altos the second part. And so those of you who want to be soloists with this movement can be, and those who want to be choir can be. It's entirely up to you. So we've got lots of fun, lots of drama, a massive contrast between these three movements and even within movements. So lots to do and not a lot of time. So I'm going to stop waffling on and invite you, those of you that are happy to stand up for a warm-up. Make sure you've got some space around you for stretching and moving, and that you've got that all-important drink of water to keep yourself hydrated. And those of you who aren't up for standing for whatever reason, some of you might even be at work pretending to work at the moment. Seems to be a bit of a thing with self-isolation choir, in which case just bring yourself to the edge of your seat, put your feet flat on the floor, give yourself that same straight back and long neck, and everybody start to take those lovely deep breaths that we always do at the start of our rehearsal. I've just realised I'm still wearing headphones and I don't need to at the moment. So there's an opportunity to take them off. And as we stand here, just taking these deep breaths in and out and feeling that wonderful, real connection to everybody else in the choir, and breathing out anything that's stressing us out or worrying us. Lovely. Well done all. And just take this opportunity to get rid of the day. All right, even if the day's just begun, get rid of it for now. All right, this is your time for the next hour to learn this lovely music. And as we're standing or sitting up nice and straight, we're going to roll our shoulders around. Thank you. Someone's just said nice jumper. It's Pac-Man, of course. You know me. It's going to be a wide variety of music and T-shirts from my side. All right. And once you've rolled your shoulders around a few times, bring them up to your ears, please, folks. Take a deep breath and let your shoulders fall. Great. Thank you, everybody. Just stretch your neck muscles very gently to one side and then the other, and forwards, please. And within those three movements, just let your head roll around. Thank you very much indeed. Now just bring your hands up here and just rub your jawline for me. Rub those muscles, loosen everything up. All right, and now open your mouth nice and wide and sort of move it around a bit. And now can we chew an invisible toffee, an invisible sweet? All right, the nice thing about these, they are 0 calories. All right, you can have as many as you like, so pop that in and give it a chew. Not bad. Do you know what? Treat yourself. Have another one. Pop it in. And now chew. Very good. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you very much. So let's do a bit of humming now. All right. And we'll start on that note here. Okay. And we're just going to hum. All right. Take a nice deep breath and hum for me. And now ooh. Again. Ooh, fabulous. Now an R for orange with a nice drop jaw. And and R. Superb. Now I'm going to chicken out and drop down the octave, but you keep going up as we sing still to an R and ah. Now after me, my turn first. Ma, ma, ma. Your turn. Thank you. Ya, ya, ya. Thank you. Me, me, me. Great. Ya, ya, ya. And one more. Ya, ya, ya. Thank you very much indeed. So that was a G. You will need an A later on. But for now, I think we should get started. So could I ask you to turn to the second movement, which is the duet with chorus, Lord, Bow Thine Ear. In our score that we've given to you, it's page 13. Your score may vary. So if you could all please turn to that, we'll start here. And this is a short movement. This is a duet with chorus, very, very reminiscent of some of Bach's chorales and Bach's cantatas. where we've already said Mendelssohn was an enormous admirer and champion of J.S. Bach's work, and Bach's influence is written through Elijah. So we start, having had that enormous, huge Help Lord for the first movement, we finish, as we rehearsed yesterday, with that really beautiful "The deeps afford no water" and so on, which leads us to this moment of almost silent prayer. And if you notice, to begin with, it is just voices in a single note, and the note is there in the orchestra to give you a bit of support, but otherwise it is just almost whispered voices. And this first line is after 1 and 1, "Lord, bow thine ear to our prayer." Okay, would you sing that with me, please, ladies? And just notice before we sing it, the first note, just above it, there's an SF, sforzando, and that means we hit that with a bit of extra force. So that's the loudest note. "Lord, bow thine ear to our prayer." Okay, sing with me after 1 and 1. "Lord, bow thine ear to our prayer." Excellent. And that's your first phrase. Well done. Thank you. Now, if we look at the on the next page, so we're over on our free score, page 14. And notice this is the third line down, all right? If you haven't already spotted, I'm teaching at the moment the third line down, treble and alto, okay? So you then come in. Your next entry is 1. "Lord, bow thine ear to our prayer." Okay, top of page 14 in our free score, third line down. Sing for me after 1 and 1. "Lord, bow thine ear to our prayer." Well done, thank you. And you'll have noticed, although the note-wise, the shape is the same, it's a different pitch and the dynamics are different. So we come in with a sforzando, and this one we crescendo all the way through. Okay, good. So now at the bottom of page 14, we have, oddly enough, same shape, starting on a different pitch. This time, we come in piano, and it's quiet. We get quieter after the first note and stay quiet. So it's 1. "Lord, bow thine ear to our prayer." Sing that with me. And 1. "Lord, bow thine ear to our prayer." Thank you. Very, very well done. Now, you'll notice over the page, we carry straight on. All right, so that first, "Lord, bow thine ear to our prayer," and then it's "bow thine ear to our prayer." So let's sing that first bar at the top of 15, and then we'll join them together. Sing with me after 2. 1, 2. "Bow thine ear to our prayer." Splendid. So let's run those two together. So we're going from the bottom of page 14 in our free score. "Lord, bow thine ear to our prayer." This is the third line down. Okay, sing with me, please, sopranos. Coming in piano and just being really careful with the dynamics. And 1. "Lord, bow thine ear to our prayer. Bow thine ear to our prayer." Splendid. Well done. Very, very well done. Okay, I'm just going to sneak the microphone down a little bit. So it's distorting slightly. Good. Okay, so we are doing very nicely. We are about halfway through this movement already, just on this simple soprano line. So now we move to the middle of page 15 in our free score here. Third line down again. That should be familiar, because it's what we sang right at the start. But notice it's pianissimo here. It's 1. "Lord, bow thine ear to our prayer." All right, sing with me. And 1. "Lord, bow thine ear to our prayer." Thank you. Well done. At the bottom of page 15, this is the first thing we sing that's not "Lord, bow thine ear to our prayer." It is just a simple note on Lord, here on an A. So it's 1, 2, Lord. Okay, it's 3 crotchet beats. You come in with a sforzando and then diminuendo, get quieter as we sing. Sing for me, please, Sops, just on that bar, please. Bottom of 15, after 2, 1, 2, Lord. Lovely. Thank you. We put the D on the rest in that bar. Fabulous. On to page 16, please, which is the last page of the movement. Lord, bow thine ear to our prayer. To that melody, pianissimo, sing with me. And 1. Lord, bow thine ear to our prayer. Great. Notice that's a short prayer. Most of the others are 2 beats. This is just 1. Lord, bow thine ear to our prayer. And then you're off. Okay, superb. And then middle of that page, again, 3rd line down. Middle of the page, Lord, bow thine ear to our prayer. We come in piano and get quieter as we sing. Sing for me, Lord, bow thine ear to our prayer. Middle of page 16. And 1. Lord, bow thine ear to our prayer. And that's a full 2-beat prayer there. And then the very last thing you sing is on that same note, and it's bow thine ear. Really very, very quiet indeed. So sing that for me, bow thine ear, after 2. 1, 2. Bow thine ear. Well done. Thank you so much, Sops. So I appreciate it's quite straightforward. Some of the most straightforward singing you have to do in the entire work, and a great place to start. So what I'd like to do, please, I'm going to put my headphones on. Please have a drink of water to hydrate yourselves. And we will sing along with this soprano line. And then we'll go through it again. We'll look at the top solo line. So you've got a choice. You can sing this very simple, it's almost like a bit of plain chant, isn't it? Lord, bow thine ear to our prayer. Really simple. And then over the top you get this lovely, elaborate melody. So let's sing together. There's your notes. And here we go. With me, okay? After 2. 1, 2. To our prayer. And solos. Remember that note? And there we are. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Sops. As I say, a simple line, but actually not entirely easy, because you've got to come in the middle of these. You've got to come in the middle of these very intricate little melodies. So worth a bit of practice. Well done. Excellent. Tick. That's one movement. Well, look, it's not quite one movement, though, because I said we'd have a look at this solo line. So this is not compulsory. You don't have to sing this, but, you know, let's all learn it anyway. So can we turn back to the first page of Lord, Bow Thine Ear to Our Prayer? And this will be, I think, a little bit more melodic, a little bit more satisfying. Now, those of you who can read music and are familiar with this will notice that it's all moving by step. Zion spreadeth her hands for aid, and there is neither help nor comfort. Okay, Mendelssohn does this a lot. He's a genius at melody writing, and you'll find this as we go throughout Elijah. You get the best tunes, you really do. So let's just follow that down. So let's sing that together. And 1. Zion spreadeth her hands for aid, and there is neither help nor comfort. Very nice, very nice. So now we carry on. Zion spreadeth her hands for aid, and there is neither help nor comfort. Okay, so straight away he's developing the melody. So it's still based on what started the piece, but it's subtly different. So let's sing that together. Zion spreadeth, and this is the second time it happens at the end of the second line on page 13. And 1. Zion spreadeth her hands for aid, and there is neither help nor comfort. Well done. Over the page, you get a half beat to grab a breath, and then you sing, there is neither help nor comfort. And I know the opening of that sounds a little bit tricky, but it is just an arpeggio. Okay, there is neither help nor comfort. I would suggest when you sing that melisma, and if you've never sung with me before, a melisma is where you sing more than one note to a syllable. So there, that's a melisma. Open your mouth nice and tall. There is neither help. Okay, and the important word you're aiming for is neither. There is neither help nor comfort. Okay, so let's sing that together. There is neither from the top of 14. After 2, 1, 2. There is neither help nor comfort. Excellent. Well done. Thank you, Sops. Okay, so we're now in the middle of 14. Okay, so this is, again, based on the opening theme, but already developing substantially. And so it is, Zion spreadeth her hands for aid, and there is neither help nor comfort. So let's sing that bit. So Zion spreadeth her hands for aid, first of all. Listen to it. And 1. Zion spreadeth her hands for aid. Lovely. You can take a quick breath after that. And then, and there is neither help nor comfort. Listen to that again. Sing that for me. And there is, and 1. And there is neither help nor comfort. Excellent. So let's go from the middle of that page. Zion spreadeth, please. Middle of 14. And 1. Zion spreadeth her hands for aid, and there is neither help nor comfort. Excellent. And now the last 2 bars of that page. Neither help nor comfort. Sing that for me. And neither help nor comfort. Fabulous. Over the page. Doing very, very well. And so this will now bring it to the end of a phrase. And it's 1. Help nor comfort. A nice simple line. And 1. Help nor comfort. Excellent. Now I would suggest just across the board, when you're singing the words comfort, you want to make it comfort. Help nor comfort. Comfort. Rather than comfort. We don't want to get to the sound. We want a nice sound there. All right. Fabulous. Thank you. So now you've got quite a long run of notes. That you don't get many rests on over the next page or so. So what I'll do is I'll play from the top of page 15 in our free score, from Zion spreadeth her hands for aid all the way through. really until your next rest. So let's follow it all the way through, okay? From the top of 15, and 1. Zion spreadeth her hands for aid, and there is neither help nor comfort, and there is neither help nor comfort, there is neither help nor comfort, and there is neither help nor comfort. Let's stop there. That's a good place to stop. Okay? And what you heard as I was playing and singing, I'm sure you will have heard lots of repeated ideas and developed ideas. I mean, this is just what a genius composer does. How they manage to get a full 2 or 3 minutes of music out of one idea. So, from the top of 15... this should be familiar. Zion spreadeth her hands for aid, and there is neither help nor comfort. Okay, just as we sang at the start, just watch out. There's 2 Sforzandi in there. Have you spotted them? Have you? First one's on the first note, and the other one's on neither. All right, so hit those notes with a little bit more power. Make them shine. Here we go. Zion, and 1. Zion spreadeth her hands for aid, and there is neither help nor comfort. Excellent. And there is neither help nor comfort. We do it again. All right, so sing that for me from the middle of 15, and 1. And there is neither help nor comfort. Excellent. Then straight away. So we go to towards the major key. We sing, and there is neither help nor comfort. Sing that for me. This is at the bottom of 15. After 1 and 1. And there is neither help nor comfort. Excellent. And there is neither help nor comfort. All right, sing for me just that last bar on 15. On to page 16. Ready? And 1. And there is neither help nor comfort. Splendid. We're on the last page of this movement, doing really well. So it's then, Zion spreadeth her hands for aid. Sing that for me. Zion spreadeth her hands for aid. Excellent. And there is neither help nor comfort. Listen to that again. So it's all moving down, but occasionally he goes back a couple of notes and sort of picks it up, all right? Sing that for me. And there. And 1. And there is neither help nor comfort. Brilliant. Well done. Well done. Can we pick it up from the top of 16, please, from the third bar at the top of 16 in our free score? Zion spreadeth. Okay? 1, 2. Zion spreadeth her hands for aid, and there is neither help nor comfort. Brilliant. And now we're on to the last couple of phrases. So the last bar in the middle of 16 is, and there is neither. Sing that for me. And 1. And there is neither. And the last phrase, and there is neither help nor comfort. All right, so sing that with me. Ready? After 1 and 1. And there is neither help nor comfort. Splendid. Now, I know we went through that rather quickly. Of course, this is all recorded. You can go through it again and again and again. We need to sing it through, and then we need to move on quickly. So there's still 2 more movements to learn. So let's go through from the beginning one more time. And this time we're going to sing the first treble part, the top line. Here we go, Sops. Lord, bow thine ear to our prayer. Okay. Deep breath. And Zion spreadeth her hands for aid, and there is neither help nor comfort. Zion spreadeth her hands for aid, and there is neither help nor comfort. There hands for aid, and then is neither help nor comfort, neither help nor comfort. One, help nor comfort, and Zion spreadeth her hands for aid, and then is neither help nor comfort, and then is neither help nor comfort, then is neither nor comfort, and then is neither help nor comfort. Zion spreadeth her hands for aid, and then is the help nor comfort, and then is neither help nor comfort. There we go. Splendid. Well done, Sops. Good job. Have a drink. I'm certainly going to have a sip of water. How's everybody doing? Good, good, good. Excuse me. Right. Okay. Well done, Sops. Let's have a look at this first movement now, please. So can you turn to page 6 in our free score? I think it's the same in the Novello score over here. Okay. Help, Lord. And the great news about this is there is just the one part to learn. We don't have to learn 2 parts in this. And this is just pure drama and some really good tunes. So let's learn this. So at the very, very opening, you get an incredible build-up from the orchestra. There's a huge, huge build-up, 4 bars, and basically, you know, it's like Bill Bailey's famous Cockney intro. One of those, leading us to a big D minor chord. And if you want to write dramatic music, use D minor. All the great composers know that. Mozart's Requiem, D minor. And so this huge help, Lord, okay? And we come in on this D, and our first note is just this sopranos. It's 3, 4, help, Lord. Then we go up a tone. Help, Lord. And then we sing, help, Lord, wilt thou quite destroy us? Okay, wilt thou quite destroy us, if you can roll your R's. So let's have a look at this opening, what is it, 6 bars or so, 7 bars? Okay, from the opening, please, Sops, after 4, 3, 4. Help, Lord. 2, 3, 4. Help, Lord. 2, 3, 4. Help, Lord. Wilt thou quite destroy us? Very, very, very good indeed. I would suggest after each of the Lords, help, Lord, take a huge breath. Help, Lord, a massive breath, because you need to sing all the way through, please. Help, Lord, wilt thou quite destroy us, if you can. Fabulous. Thank you. Okay, so now the tenors set the scene. The harvest now is over, the summer days are gone, and yet no power cometh to help us. Now you will be singing that tune in a little bit, but you echo that last bit to the tenors in the last bar of the first page of this movement, and you sing after 1 and 1. And yet no power cometh to help us. Okay, notice before we sing it, the crescendo through power cometh. Okay, and you can help the crescendo by doing what I suggested in the last movement and making your mouth nice and tall on cometh. And yet no power cometh to help us. All right, sing that for me. And 1. And yet no power cometh to help us. Very good. I held on us too long there. Help us. It is just 1 beat. Fabulous. Okay, middle of page 7 now. Okay, so the end of that phrase, now at the bottom of page 7 there, that's exactly the same as what we sung before, but the harvest now is over, which is the middle of page 7. It's based on what the tenor sang, but the first note's different. We sing, the harvest now is over, the summer days are gone. Okay, now, I hope you were looking at my mouth. Many of you, I'm sure, were looking at your scores. But what I want you to do is to sing the harvest with a tall mouth. Harvest now is over, the summer days are gone. Okay, so on all of those notes that are on the strong beats, harvest, now over, summer, and gone, you need to make your mouth, your jaw as tall as you can make it to let all of that lovely sound out and make a lovely round sound. And just one more thing, when you're coming down, okay, coming down by semitone, that's a really tricky thing to have to do. And so what I say to my singers is just to imagine you're looking down the stairs. So, the harvest now is over, the summer. Okay, tilting your head slightly forward as you come down, smiling with your eyes. All of those things will help keep the pitch where it needs to be. So let's sing. Let's sing from the middle of 7. Let's sing those 4 bars. The harvest now is over, the summer days are gone, and yet no power cometh to help us. Here we go. After 4, 2, 3, 4. The harvest now is over, the summer days are gone, and yet no power cometh to help us. Very good. Very, very good. Don't do what I do. I keep holding on. Help us. Help us. It is just one beat there. Okay. So we're now on the last bar of page 7. And he's going to now develop our ideas a little bit more here. So we get after 1 and 1. And yet no power cometh to help us. Obviously derived from what we had before, but the rhythm's a bit tricky, so just follow it along for me, okay? So from this last bar of this of page 7, it's 1 and yet no power cometh to help us. Okay? The tricky thing I find is that second note of cometh. It goes across the middle of the bar, so just be ready for that. So let's sing that together. Okay, here we go. Let's sing it together. After 1 and 1. And yet no power cometh to help us. Very, very good. Well done. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to play and sing for you from the top of page 8 in our free score from the no power cometh. Okay, to the bottom of the page, just before the harvest now is over. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bars. Okay, so this is what it sounds like from the top of page 8, second bar, top line. 1, 2, 3. No power cometh to help us, the harvest now is over. 2, 3. And yet no power cometh to help us, no power cometh to help us. Okay, quite a lot of music, quite densely packed. So let's do the first phrase. No power cometh to help us, the harvest now is over. Top of 8. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3. No power cometh to help us, the harvest now is over. All right, let's sing the first phrase after me. No power cometh to help us, and no power cometh to help us. Excellent. We then go up a third. The harvest now is over. Sing that for me. 3, 4. The harvest now is over. Fab. Thank you. Can we run those two together, please? So from no power cometh, from the top of 8. 1, 2, 3. No power cometh to help us, the harvest now is over. Fantastic. Thank you very much indeed. Now, this next bit is a little bit trickier, so listen to this. And yet no power. It sounds like this. 2, 3. Okay, so things are starting to get a little bit harder. So if you let me sing it, then we'll learn it together. So 2, 3. And yet no power cometh to help us, no power cometh to help us. Obviously, although they're together, they are two phrases pushed into one, so treat them as two separate phrases. First one, and yet no power cometh to help us. Sing that for me. 2, 3, and yet no power cometh to help us. Good. And then the second half of that phrase, the last note in the middle line of 8 is, no power cometh to help us. Listen to that. Sing for me, no power. 3, 4, no power cometh to help us. Very, very well done. Can we please, I know we are running short of time. There's a lot to do, but I think we do need to make sure we're happy with this. So can we sing from the top of page 8, please? No power cometh. From the second bar, the top of page 8, no power. Ready? 1, 2, 3. No power cometh to help us. The harvest now is over, and yet no power cometh to help us. No power cometh to help us. Well done. Well done, Sops. Okay, so we have just another 4 bars or so of this before Mendelssohn changes tack. So the last 2 bars of page 8 going into page 9. So I'll give you the next 3 bars. We're in after 2. It's 1, 2. The harvest now is over. The summer days are gone. Isn't that a wonderful line? Really, really gorgeous. Really evocative. Let's sing that after 2. 1, 2. The harvest now is over, the summer days are gone. And that's a 2-beat note on gone, so make sure we hold that. And then just a really vigorous end to this section. And yet no power cometh to help us, the harvest now is over. So I'll give you the next 3 bars, which are the top of page 9, starting from the second bar. And it is, and 1. And yet no power cometh to help us, the harvest now is over. Okay, it's a really big moment to finish the section. So let's do the first bit, and yet no power cometh to help us, which sounds like this. 1, and yet no power cometh to help us. All right, really big dramatic moment here, Sops. Wear your heart on your sleeve. After 1, 3, 4, 1. And yet no power cometh to help us. Good. And then the very last bit. The harvest now is over. Sing for me. 1, 2. The harvest now is over. Fab. Just like the phrase. So let's sing. And yet no power cometh to help us at the top of 9. Okay, sing with me after 1 and 1. And yet no power cometh to help us. The harvest now is over. Well done. Really well done. So now, middle of page 9. Will then the Lord be no more God in Zion? This is a really nice little moment here. Where you ask, I'm not sure who you're asking, I think you're asking yourselves, each other, the audience. We sing very quietly. It's after 3, 2, 3. Will then the Lord be no more God in Zion? Will then the Lord be no more God in Zion? Will then the Lord be no more God in Zion? Will then the Lord be no more God in Zion? Okay, so it's 4 very, very similar phrases climbing in intensity and in dynamics. So let's sing that together. Follow me and sing. 2, 3. Will then the Lord be no more God in Zion? Will then the Lord be no more God in Zion? Will then the Lord be no more God in Zion? Will then the Lord be no more God in Zion? Fabulous. Well done. Isn't it great music? I would just like to do that one more time. It makes sense with the context of the harmonies, but there's a couple of slightly strange little shapes to it. So same place, please. Middle of 9. Will then the Lord. 2, 3. Will then the Lord be no more God in Zion? Will then the Lord be no more God in Zion? Will then then the Lord be no more God in Zion? Will then the Lord be no more God in Zion? Fab, well done, excellent. So we're on page 10 and we have just a few more bars to go before we catch up with what we learnt yesterday. So we have a lovely big harvest now is over, the summer days are gone. So I'm going to sing and play for you from the middle of page 10, the harvest now is over, to the top of page 11. And this becomes almost like like fanfares, all right, not like trumpets. So we sing a 1, 2, the harvest now is over, the summer days are gone, the summer days are gone, the harvest now is over, the summer days are gone. Okay, do you see what I mean? It sort of becomes a fanfare by the end. So let's break that down into bits. First of all, the harvest now is over is the same as we've sung it. So let's just sing that middle of 10, the harvest now. 1, 2, the harvest now is over. Excellent. And then the summer days are... Sorry, my fault, there's the rhythm there. The summer days are gone. Sing that for me. 1, 2, the summer days are gone. Fab. So sing the harvest now from the middle of 10. 1, 2, the harvest now is over, the summer days are gone. And then we rise a semitone. The summer days are gone. Sing for me. And the summer days are gone. And then we sing, the harvest now is over, the summer days are gone. Okay, sing for me. 1, 2, the harvest now is over, the summer days are gone. Thank you. We then sing, help, Lord. Sing that for me after 2. 1, 2. Help, Lord. And then we sing, help. Okay, so it's basically help, Lord, help, over the course of 3 bars. So let's sing those 3 notes. The last note at the top of 11, help. 1, 2. Help, Lord. 3, 4. Help. Great. And then on the last phrase here, and we sing, the harvest now is over, is over. Okay, that caught a few by surprise. Okay, big A. Okay, so sing that for me. The harvest now is over. Remember, before we sing it, when you sing a top A, drop the jaw. Over. Make it over rather than over. Okay, so the harvest now. Ready? 3, 4. The harvest now is over. Is over. Fabulous. Thank you. And then this is all in time with everybody else. All right. After all of that interweaving and counterpoint and so on, it gets really definite. The summer days are gone, and yet no power cometh to help us. Okay, really very, very firm. Listen to that again. So, the summer days are gone, and yet no power cometh to help us. So sing with me from the summer days. Bottom of 11, third beat. Ready? After 3, 2, 3. The summer days are gone, and yet no power cometh to help us. And then over the page, remember from yesterday, we sing, the deeps are for no water, and the tenors and the altos and so on. And the last thing you sing at the bottom of the page is, and there is no one breaketh it to feed them. Okay, we need to go through the entire movement, folks, and then we'll do at least part of Yet Doth the Lord See It Not. I don't know if we'll get through it all today, but if we don't finish it all this week, well, we'll start with it next time, won't we? So, help, Lord. There is your note. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a few bars at the end of the overture to give you a bit of a run in. Just to warn you, This is quite loud, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so just bear in mind, I'm just going to set it up. So we're going to start approximately 5 bars before you come in. So if you turn to page 5 and you look at the bottom, you see a whole load of da 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 da. That's where we're going to come in and be ready for Help Lord and have fun. Okay, here we go. Take it away, Overture. Might be loud. 4 bars. 3 bars. 2. Last bar. Deep breath. And Help Lord. 2, 3, 4. Help Lord. Deep breath. And Help Lord. Wilt thou quite destroy us? And now the tenors. The harvest now is over, the summer days are gone. Ready? We can echo. And yet no power cometh to help us. That's your note. And the harvest now is over, the summer days are gone, and yet no power cometh to help us. 3, 4, 1. And yet no power cometh to help us. No power cometh help us. The harvest now is over. 2, 3. And yet no power cometh to help us. No power cometh to help us. 1, 2. The harvest now is over. The summer days are gone. And yet no power cometh to help us. The harvest now is over. And will the Lord be no more God in Zion? Will then the Lord be no more God in Zion? Getting louder now. Will then the Lord be no more God in Zion? Will then the Lord be no more God in Zion? Deep breath. The harvest now is over. The summer days are gone. The summer days are gone. The harvest now is over. The summer days are gone. The harvest now is over, the summer days are gone, and yet no power cometh to help us. Apologies, ran out with the recording then. The deeps afford no water, and the rivers unexhausted. Then the altos. The suckling's tongue now cleaveth for thirst. Then the basses. The infant children ask for tenors. The infant children ask for bread. Take a deep breath. 1, 2, and there is no one breaketh it to feed them. And then into bow thine ear. Well done, Sops. That's brilliant. That's actually 3 movements technically that we've learnt tonight, and that's a hard one. Well done. Well, look, we've got 10 minutes left of rehearsal. If you don't mind, we'll probably go over by 5 minutes. If you need to leave, whatever reason, of course, this rehearsal is saved for you. I would just like to get a good 15 minutes done of Yet Doth the Lord See It Not. And in fact, what we're going to do is we're going to start part way through. So could you turn, please, to page 25 in our free score? And we're going to do the last section. If we've got time, we'll fill in. But I'd like us to finish on this wonderful, glorious ending of this. Obviously, this movement starts, as I played you yesterday, with a really kind of very visceral, "Yet doth the Lord see it not," sort of a really angry and quite aggressive sound. We have the chorale in the middle, "For he the Lord our God," and then at the end of this movement you have this glorious moment, "His mercies on thousands fall." So let's have a look at this. We're at the bottom of page 25 in the free score. It's just after the key change. We're in C major and we sing, "His mercies on thousands..." Sorry, my fault. Try it again. And 1. "His mercies on thousands fall. His mercies on thousands fall." Okay, now I know there's some dynamics to pay attention to, but just sing it all loud for me, please, for now. Okay, let's sing His mercies. After 1, 2, 1. "His mercies on thousands fall. His mercies on thousands fall." Fabulous. Fabulous. Now, before we move on, can I ask you to just circle a few of the dynamics here? So it starts at the His mercies, it's piano, and you crescendo to fall. So we should get "His mercies on thousands fall." Really, really strong. And then straight away, piano, subito piano. "His mercies on thousands fall." Okay, so His mercies, that top G needs to be really quiet. I know that's hard. But when you listen to recordings, when choirs absolutely nail it, it's wonderful. Okay, so "His mercies on thousands fall." So by the time you get to fall, you're forte, but that G must be quiet. Let's give that a go. This is the top of page 26, piano entry. And 1. "His mercies on thousands fall." And then straight down to piano, and I'll sing you the next 8 bars or so, 9 bars. This is the most gorgeous tune. We sing, "Fall on all them that love him, and keep his commandments." Gorgeous tune, isn't it? So let's sing. Very singable melody. So sing with me, "Fall on all." 1, 2. "Fall on all them that love him, and keep his commandments." Excellent. And notice that the ints goes to the end of that bar. Fabulous. And right, on to page 27, please. And I think we'll just do this last 2 pages and then sing through from that point. So what happens after we've sung this big, thick kind of textural moment, the basses and altos start a bit of sort of interplay. So the bass is saying, "His his his," and then at the top of page 27, you come in, or the 4th part to come in. You can always tell you're singing Mendelssohn when the tunes last for pages and pages and pages. What a melody. So just follow it along for me. And just remember that Mendelssohn's written this beautifully so that all of these vowel sounds are open. So it's "His mercies on thousands fall, on thousands fall, on thousands fall." So obviously, when we're up high, it's forte, it's really strong, and as you come down, just like it's like leaves coming down from the trees. So let's have a look at that. So sing with me after 1 and 1. His mercies on thousands fall, on thousands fall, on thousands fall. Excellent, excellent. Then we let the altos, tenors and basses set off again, and once more he brings you in just when he wants to make his grand statement. So at the bottom of 27 we sing, His mercies on thousands fall, His mercies on thousands fall. That should be familiar to you because it's a direct restatement of what we did earlier on. Okay, so it's exactly the same twice. And then my favourite bit, I'm going to say in the entire piece, it's not, it's my favourite bit in the entire movement, is your last, this last section on page 28. The altos sing, His mercies, and you sing, on a thousands fall, on a thousands fall, on a thousands fall, His mercies on thousands fall. Isn't that gorgeous? So let's learn together from the middle of 28. The first one, on thousands fall. Sing that for me after 1 and 1. On a thousands fall. And then we fall. We sing, on a thousands fall. On a thousands fall. Sing with me and 1. On a thousands fall. On a thousands fall. And then His mercies on thousands fall. And if you could write in one of those little swells for me, we're going to get louder and quieter on the last note. So what I'm going to ask us to do, I think, is to finish off our rehearsal. We will sing from His mercies on thousands fall, at the bottom of 25 to the end of this movement. And I know that means we still have to learn the beginning of Yet Doth the Lord See It Not, so we'll start with that next week. And the movements that follow, well, there is a double chorus, which will take a bit of time, but then we're into slightly shorter movements. So I think we'll be all right next week. Bear in mind, we have learned 3.5 movements today, and you've done really well. So if you could turn to page 20, I believe it was 25, wasn't it? Yes, it was. Bottom of 25. And I'm just going to turn the volume down for a moment so I can find the right place in this. Bear with me a second. No, that's the wrong movement. There we go. No. Right, okay. So this is the middle of 25. Bottom of 25. And 2 bars in, 1, 2, and His mercies on thousands fall. His mercies on thousands fall. Fall on all them that love Him and keep His commandments. His mercies on thousands fall, on thousands fall, on thousands fall. And 1. On mercies on thousands fall, His mercies on thousands fall. Deep breath, and on thousands fall. Oh, it's just so beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for your hard work tonight, Sops. It's been a hard one tonight. We've put lots and lots of time in. Can I ask you to have a little listen to that entire movement between now and next week? If you're around on Thursday and Friday, you might want to come along and just listen in to the tenors and basses. The reason that we haven't got through all this today is I really wanted to teach you that solo part in Zion Spreadeth Her Hands for Aid. So I'm sure you feel it was worth it. We'll start with that next week. But if you can come along and lurk at the back of the tenors and bass rehearsal, we'd love to see you. So well done. We're underway. We've learnt loads of music already tonight, and lots of people are having a lovely time. Susan's crying. Lee says it's gorgeous, and Christian said, and we are the thousands with the grace of this choir. Well, absolutely gorgeous. Thank you so much, everybody. So I'll see the altos tomorrow. Any of you want to come along and have a sing, please do. This is your choir, so just make use of it. We're here for you. So I'll see you soon, ladies. If I don't see you before Monday, have a great weekend, and I'll look forward to rehearsing with you next Tuesday. But otherwise, take care all. Be well.